Hello, I'm Shannon Sims. A deadly shooting on Milwaukee's north side. A man was shot near 9th and Ring this afternoon. Neighbors say the victim was walking on the sidewalk when someone fired several shots in his direction. Police continue to investigate. Well, more than 100 salt trucks will hit the streets of Milwaukee tonight. The trucks will salt side streets first, and once the snow hits, they'll move over to the main roads with plow blades mounted to the salt trucks. It was a bittersweet day for hundreds of South Shore YMCA members. The neighborhood Y closed its doors. The Milwaukee Metro YMCA recently filed for bankruptcy. It was forced to sell off a number of facilities. Unfortunately, the organization was unable to find a buyer for the South Shore Y. A number of members were sad to see the location close.
People here are very friendly and nice, and they go out of your way to introduce themselves to each other when you join a class.
The Cudahy School District has expressed some interest in buying the buildings and turning it into a community center. Tippecanoe Library closed its doors today for renovations. It'll be under construction until the fall. In the meantime, you can check out books from a temporary site across the street on Howell Avenue. 4 other branches are also getting makeovers. Governor Scott Walker plans to borrow money rather than use a gas tax to increase funds for transportation projects over the next 2 years. His plan calls for $1.3 billion, but borrowing to fund highways may not go over well with fellow Republicans. Walker plans to formally introduce his proposal Tuesday. Lawmakers will then spend the next few months reshaping it. There's another airbag recall. More than 2 million Toyota, Chrysler, and Honda vehicles are being recalled. The airbags may inflate while the car is running. The automakers issued 3 earlier recalls to fix the problem, but a small number of fixed airbags were still deploying when they weren't supposed to. There have been no reports of deaths or injuries.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Scott Steele in the Weather Center. Well, this could finally be it. We say goodbye to January. We say hello to February, and maybe the largest snowfall so far this season, at least for parts of the viewing area. Check it out, your weather headlines. A significant snow is on the way with whipping winds. I mean, hang on to your hat. Be prepared for that snow to be going sideways, and the roads to be snow covered and slick even after they're cleared again because of blowing and drifting snow with those strong winds gusty to 35 miles an hour. And then behind the storm system, a bitter blast, especially toward the middle and end of the upcoming work week. Well, on the state going into the record books, a high temperature of 37 degrees, a low of 19. That's above average, 29 and 16, the normal high and low, and nowhere near those records of 58. Many of us remember this back in 1989, and 15 degrees below zero set back in 1899. Well, today's high temperatures across southeastern Wisconsin reached about freezing in inland locations, a little better than that along the lake. Again, 36 degrees in Racine and Kenosha, but 32 in Burlington and Lake Geneva, also in Waukesha and West Bend, even a little chillier up to the north. Here's Future Forecast, our computer model, and there is a deepening low pressure center. Watch this as we track this. The precipitation shield over, spreading the area through the nighttime hours into the morning hours tomorrow. And by midday on Sunday, it's going to be just down to our south with a very favorable pattern for us to be seeing some of the heaviest snow here in southern Wisconsin and especially northeastern Illinois as well. Chicagoland area is going to be hard hit. As this storm pulls away, the snow will taper off to flurries as we approach Monday morning's commute. Still, though, could be some slick conditions by Monday morning. A closer in view of future forecast showing that snow overspreading the area during the nighttime hours with some lake effect enhancement as we go through the day tomorrow on northeasterly breezes from Milwaukee down through Racine and Kenosha counties before this thing wraps up as we go early into Monday morning. So how much snow are we talking about? Get a load of this. Our snow accumulator putting a bullseye of potentially 10 to 12 inches or more from southern Milwaukee County all the way through the lakeshore communities in Racine and Kenosha. Traveling around the Badger State for tomorrow, southern half going to be snowy. Not much snow up in the northern half of the state. So your storm team forecast overnight tonight going down to about 20 degrees, 1 to 4 inches of snow. The least amounts up to the north, the greatest amounts on down to the south. For Sunday, look for that snow through the day in additional anywhere between 2 and 6 inches from the north to the south. Again, the south seeing the greatest amounts, very windy and colder than today. Here comes your Storm Team 4 7-day forecast. A bit of a break in the action on Monday. Then get ready for the bottom to drop out of the temperatures by the time we reach Wednesday and Thursday mornings into Friday morning below zero readings.